Today I fucked up by failing spectacularly at pranking my husband. I'm going through a phase of popping out of hiding and startling my husband. We both find it hilarious. I came home and realized he was in his office with the door open. I decided to take the opportunity to sneak in and scare him. I dropped to the ground in the hallway and slowly and silently army crawled into the room towards his chair. It was hard not to giggle. He was completely oblivious to my presence. I was going to grab his ankle with my bony little hand like the crypt keeper and scare the shit out of him. I get within distance and slowly reach my hand out to grab his ankle. Then I realize he's masturbating. I just totally froze and felt a mixture of horror and panic. I decide to slowly back up and reverse crawl out of the room. Before I can move, he looks down. He looks down and sees his wife on the ground at his feet, not moving, with her hand outstretched to grab his ankle. We just fucking stared at each other. Too long didn't read. Today I fucked up by failing at pranking and ruining my husband's lovely evening. I'm so baffled by this. Did you just go like, I see that you're busy. So I'm a go. Then fucking finger gun your way out. Right pointing finger, cool face, right pointing finger. Zoop. Where have I read this before? Have you posted this already? I posted about this in r/relationships and they told me it belonged here too. Why not just change what you grab? Yeah, you should have grabbed it with your bony little crypt keeper hand up. Dude was masturbating with an open door. Stupid or courage? Don't know. Even if I am home alone, I lock my door to do this kind of work. It's an invitation. Need aftermath details. Have you just not talked about it? Did you laugh? Is the rest going on r/gone wild stories? She actually posted to relationships because they were having some issues because of it. You can check if you'd like. Today I fucked up by giving myself an unfortunate nickname. Obligatory. This didn't happen today. A while back I got out of the Navy. That old saying is true, swear like a sailor. I applied for a program called Helmets to Hard Hats that finds jobs in skilled labor trades for veterans. My father is good friends with a guy who is in charge of the local branch of an elevator company. So I applied to the International Union of Elevator Constructors and was granted an interview. Union interviews, as I am told, usually consist of several prominent members of the union. In this case it included my father's friend. So I show up to the interview and sit down with 5 high-ranking union members. My name is Richard. My dad's friend says, "So Richard, what do you like to go by? Rick, Ricky, Richard, Dick?" Before I could stop myself I sarcastically replied, "It's cock actually." I pretended like everything was normal, and the interview continued after an awkward pause. I did get the job and was admitted as an apprentice. Everyone still calls me Cock. Too long didn't read. Guy asked me, "Richard, if I go by Dick?" I sarcastically replied Cock, and now everyone calls me Cock. Edit. Wow, wasn't expecting this to blow up. Thanks for the silver kind Reddit stranger. If someone stops you from doing something at work, that would be a cock block. Thanks for the chuckle, Cock. Sure. No problem. Oh, that's a keeper. Back in sophomore year of HS I once bestowed the nickname Bitterman, Bitternugs, Nugs, Bitternuglets, etc. on a friend of mine. Well, in retort he started calling me Man-Butter. Fast forward about a dozen years, last Easter this year, I was at a family get-together and my 2-year elder cousin and I were talking about visiting again soon, and I go to update his phone with my newer number. Guess what my name in his phone was? Fucking Man-Butter. My 30-year-old cousin has had my name in his phone for over a decade under the contact, Man-Butter. Too long didn't read. Nicknames are all fun and games until people don't forget. Good luck, Cock. May your name be forgotten sooner than mine. What a Richard move. Buy them? Cock is, genuinely, a term of endearment in some parts of northern England. You heard old gents say, "Hey up, me old cock, hello, my old dear," to one another. Also, any man with his salt won't just refer to women as love but men too. Southerners tend to get weirded out by how oppressively friendly it is up here. That's how we Americans think of Canadians. They are just so polite. Today I fucked up by bringing a sex toy to a family birthday party. Obligatory, this was not today. It will be a year ago a couple days from now, so everyone who was in attendance is reminding me of it. I was invited to a birthday party for an old friend. I asked them what sort of thing they wanted for their birthday, and they said ever since I discovered buckyballs I've been really into adult toys. I didn't know what buckyballs were, but I know what adult toys are, so figured the name was self-explanatory. I thought it was a little bizarre to ask other people to buy you that kind of thing, especially since the invite for the party encouraged everyone to bring their families, but whatever floats your boat, I don't personally care. So I did some research and ended up getting them a pivot, combination cock ring / vibrator. I get to the birthday party, put my wrapped gift on the gift table, and all is well. We all drank champagne, and socialized for a bit. I've known a lot of the people there for decades, so we were briefing each other on how our kids are doing, work, etc. Fast forward about 45 minutes, we're eating cake and it's announced it's time to open presents. We gather around and the first present opened is a drone. I figure maybe not everyone there was a close enough friend to ask to buy an adult toy. A few people had brought their spouses and kids along, too, so I assumed the presents known to contain adult toys would be set aside to open later in private. The next present was a Raspberry Pi gaming kit from their closest friend in attendance. If anyone would be trusted to get an adult toy, it would have been this guy. Red flag. I then see my present was still mixed in with all the presents being opened. Now I'm getting confused and getting nervous, wondering if maybe they were joking and didn't think I'd ever actually get them a sex toy. Third present is opened and it's giant Jenga. That's when I made the connection. I frantically whip out my phone and Google buckyballs. They're a magnetic desk toy of little balls that you mold into shapes. My nightmare suspicion is confirmed. I'm trying to maneuver my way to the table to get my present back without making a scene, but there were barely 15 people at the whole party, so I was having trouble being discreet. Just as I'm almost within arm's reach of the table, of course, mine is grabbed. Paper is torn off and they turn the box over in their hands. It's not immediately obvious what it is to look at the box because it's just a nondescript image of a plastic doodad with a hole in it, and a logo pivot by We Vibe. I hear We Vibe. Is it a speaker? How cool. Someone goes, how's it work? And they start to read off the box, projecting for the whole room to hear powerful vibrations. Intensify pleasure during sex with Rumbly. Oh, voice trails off. We're making partial eye contact, totally red in the face and embarrassed at this point. People in the room who've known me as a school teacher for years are now glaring at me as the sick fuck who brought a sex toy to a family birthday party at 3 o'clock in the afternoon on a Sunday. I quietly explain the mix-up and, thankfully, most of the room is laughing so hard they can barely breathe. Most of the people who had kids with them were less amused, with one woman having to usher out her 7-year-old who was still going, "What is it? What is it? I didn't see it yet." Some of the group invited me to every party they threw from then on, and others never invited me anywhere again. Too long didn't read. A friend asked me for an adult toy on their birthday. I bought them a vibrating cock ring. They meant they wanted like a Nintendo or dartboard or something. It was opened in front of a room full of families who've known me for years. They all think I'm a pervert now. Edit. Thank you so much for the gold, kind stranger. Edit 2 gold. Please accept my sincere gratitude, kind stranger. Edit 3 silver. What a lovely surprise to wake up to. Thank you for the metal, Redditors. Edit 4 3 gold. I am humbled, thank you. I don't think my friend is on Reddit, but when I explain this all to him, he'll be pleased to have set this in motion. Edit 5 WOAH. An unprecedented 6 gold. I've never had this many gold in all my life and will treasure them dearly. Edit 6, thank you for the silver, kind Redditor, I'm beaming with metallic pride. Edit 7, thank you to the generous users who've given me 2 more gold. It is a greatly appreciated distraction from office doldrum. Final edit, not used to being repeatedly gilded and had no idea you weren't supposed to directly address everyone in the post. Sorry, and lesson learned for the future. Leaving them up for /award speech edits to gawk at smile. I can imagine it was mortifying, but you were a good friend. Thank you. I took the fact that he kept it as a sign that, all things considered, I'd picked a good gift. To be fair to you, if I heard buckyballs and adult toy in the same sentence, I wouldn't assume the thing in question was particularly innocent. Right? Glad I'm not the only person who immediately went there. Robin would be proud. Your grandmother and your aunt used it every day. Some of the group invited me to every party they threw from then on, and others never invited me anywhere again. One step closer to the real parties. I think the friend should have been clear. Adult toys means sex-related toys. I wholly agree. I wish it was explicitly laid out for me. I think they figured by giving the buckyballs example I'd know they meant kid-style toys designed for adults. Everyone else seemed to understand it out of the gate, so maybe my mind is just deeper in the gutter than theirs.